Hey everyone, it's Brandy and you're watching Abstract Crafter. Today's video is an unboxing from ZhuiStar official store on AliExpress. So if you're curious what I got and you want to check it out with me, and keep on watching and we'll get right into it. Alright, let's get into this. I've actually been waiting on this all day. It's been driving me crazy. I know I have to apologize for the little homemade sign in the beginning. That was really lame, but I was writing over my camera. I'm full of excuses. What can I say? So, ZhuiStar. I can't believe that it took me this long to order from them. I've seen so many reviews on them. Not all good, but not all bad. It's been pretty neutral. So it was always on my list of places to try, and you'll have to excuse the dog hair. And this painting was the purchase of this painting. The design itself was actually inspired by Stitcherista Danielle. She, a few months back, and I know I'm never going to be able to find the video. If I do, I will link it down below. But she got this beautiful mandala painting. I don't even remember from what store it was off the top of my head, but I loved it, and I knew I wanted to do a mandala. I fought the urge to buy one many times. One, because it's a lot. I was afraid it would be a lot of color blocking, and I'm not a big fan of color blocking. I like a nice mix of color blocking and confetti, and I just was so afraid there'd be a lot of color blocking, and two, I hadn't been able to find that perfect mandala, as somebody who draws them and is a big fan of mandalas. I knew I was going to be picky, and I'm going to say right off the bat, I'm very nervous, because as you can see, it's got that damn bubble wrap around it. Please excuse my language, but I hate this. It has a tendency to really mess up a canvas, and I'm hoping that I will be able to straighten it out enough. So anyway, I only named this purple mandala. It's hard to get super creative when it comes to mandalas. Let's see, where does this stupid thing end? This stupid bubble wrap is what I was getting at, not the painting. I ordered a 50 by 50, and this was $19.82 in American dollars at the time that I ordered it. It wasn't during a sale or anything. I didn't check before filming if that was still the going rate. I'm trying to be careful as to not, because that is one of the most, it's like nails on the chalkboard sound when you're taking tape off of plastic, especially this kind of really thin packing tape. Let's see if we can get it out this way. You can see already a nice pinch right there, so let's hope that didn't affect anything. I'll move the table over just a little bit so you can look in the roll. You can see my wiring down there, but that's how it's packed inside there on that side. And you can see our toolkit right there. So let's cover up that wiring again. We don't need to see the things that make things work. Okay, so here's our toolkit. A lot of wax, just cheap tweezers. Looks like a 6-placer. So another store that I know of now. Oh, excuse the Sharpie. Every Moment, and now ZhuiStar. And again, this is a 50 by 50, so if I have to, at the end, I will take you down and show you. Now, I was hoping that there'd be a lot of purples in here. Oh, and look, we get a inventory sheet. I'm just not used to getting them. I don't know what it is. I've been ordering a lot of paintings that don't really come with them. So here she is. I loved everything about this mandala, all the colors. So looking here, it looks to be more pink, teal, and purple with blues in the background. But we'll see. We'll put those off to the side for now. And we're going to have to take this cover paper back. And it is not cut at all. It's one big old piece, which I always thought I wouldn't like that, but I guess when it comes to a painting this big, it might have been nice. It might have been very helpful. So we'll look at the canvas and stuff right away. And we'll talk about shipping toward the end here. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to have to get... For some reason, when I pulled the paper right here, the tape underneath started coming up, so I just want to put a little pressure with my bone folder to see if I can... I don't want to cause any issues in my canvas before I even get that far. Since it is so wrinkly, we will turn this over in just a second and see if there's any obvious problems right off the bat. I just want to make sure everything is nice and adhered before we get too far into this. Okay. So it doesn't appear, just glancing at the canvas, it doesn't appear like there's any major issues with the canvas, at least on this end. So let's try this again. Why don't I insert a picture from the store right here so you can at least see what it is that we're about to look at. So I'll do that right now. Very pretty, huh? I had this in my wish list since I created a wish list on AliExpress. I don't know what made me finally pull the trigger, so to speak, to do it. I'm trying to go very carefully because I can feel some resistance, and I don't want to rip the cover paper, because that would be a horrible thing to try to fix. Alright, so far everything's looking, yeah, it's putting up a big fight. It's looking really good. And it does look like there is a nice mix so far of color blocking and confetti. And I thought $20-ish was a really good price for a 50 by 50. I'm going to try to stretch this. Let's get a nice close-up of the canvas while we're here. Yeah, those look pretty good. Nice and clear. And we can take a look at the chart while we're here. So, very simple symbols. This is reminding me a lot of my Angel's Hand. Not Angel's Hand, my Sylvanas, which is my next big project that I'm working on. So I'm really excited because I'm going to do something different with that video. I hope you guys will like it. I don't want to give anything away just yet because it'll be a while before the video actually comes out. But you'll probably see me work on other things in the meantime. Okay. Get those air bubbles out. See if that'll help us get it nice and flat. And then we'll peel up that other side. Alright, see, it did flatten it out a little bit. You know, it made a big difference, I think. I'm not sure right now offhand how many colors are in this, but it doesn't appear that they're numbered on the... And that's wanting to come up on that corner. Try this again. There she goes. See, you don't need to warm it up, guys. You just need good pressure. Who made Sylvanas? It's kind of making me want to pull this up on AliExpress right now so I can see what the brand name on this is. Painting, if there is one. Yeah, this is putting out a lot of resistance, but I'm not seeing a lot of overage on the glue itself, so that's nice. I really appreciate when they do that. So I just want to turn this so you guys can kind of see what it is that I'm seeing. Look at how vibrant just the canvas looks already. This is going to be one beautiful mandala, especially framed. I'm picturing either a purple or a pink frame, maybe even a teal one. But I tell you, 50 by 50 size frames are not easy to come by, and they're not cheap when you do find them. So we may have to look into some building your own or making your own frame options. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do on camera. Little frame making tutorial. I've got quite a few ideas on how to make a few different frames. There's a pretty big pinch in the canvas right there. Oh yeah, you can hear the air bubbles coming out of this. Seemed to help a little bit. I mean, it's still pretty bubbly, but we'll see what happens when if you remember from my supply video, I showed you that I hang my paintings on, they're called trouser hangers, and they have 6 sets of clips on them. And so I'm hoping if I put this on one of the bottom rungs, so to speak, that the other paintings above it will put some pressure on it. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 50 by 50 canvases. Plus I have 3 that are bigger than that. I have a 60 by 60, 75 by 90, a 60 by 80, 75 by 50. I can't remember all the measurements on them, but alright, why don't we look at these colors, huh? This video's already 12 minutes long. Well, before I cut things. And so I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 colors on rough count. I might be off by a number or two. We'll know more after we do inventory. So you'll have to leave your comments down below and let me know what your experience has been with ZhuiStar if you've ordered from them. Like I said, I've seen a lot of reviews and they've been kind of mixed up until now, you know. I mean, nothing super consistent. And then this is the look of the inventory sheets that we typically get when we, you know, with the generic instructions and the little thumbnail there. And chart, DMC, number of bags, and total amount used in the painting is my guess. Obviously I can't read those symbols, but I'm getting pretty good at guessing. So I'm going to actually take this opportunity to pause, go through inventory. Oh, and look, a little bag of bags. Put that off camera. Go through inventory and we come back. You'll get to see all this. We can measure this really quick before we do that. It's easier than me trying to take them all off and then measure. And then we'll pause again. We'll take you down and take a look. And I notice that I am always very crooked when I am doing my measurements. So if I am correct, we're at about 49 3/4. Try to flatten it out. I'm actually about 2 ticks away from 50 on that side. And going this way, we're at 50.5. So 50 by 50.5. Very nice. So they measure by their picture, for those of you that like to know that. So alright, when we come back, you'll see a new scene, and we'll be looking at all the beautiful colors of this painting and making sure we got a full inventory. Everything is here, it's all accounted for, and I have to say, I am super, super impressed. Not only by the color arrangement, because I think I have damn near every purple that you can get. Probably not, but I'm exaggerating. But I got a lot, and that's what I was aiming for, was a purple mandala. So, why was I so impressed? Let me tell you. As I was pulling them out of this cellophane, they were literally lined up one after another. I have not had a painting like that in ever. Like, it was like they lined them all up. Like, we'll take these two. Like, they had them all lined up like this, and then they just folded them and stuck them in there. That's the way it looked to me anyway. But every single package is accounted for. There's no extras. There's no overage. And I want to share something with you. A lot of you will remember this tip, but for those of you that are new to me and you're looking for a little tip to help you in your inventory, sometimes you'll look at something like this, 993, or is it 366? Well, all you have to do is find one that you're sure of, like 159, see what side it's sealed on. No, you're not going to have this with every kit. I've had kits where the seal is on both sides. I've had kits where the seal is on the back, so none of that helps. But for the most part, if one is sealed on this side, they're all going to be sealed on that side. So then when you come across, I don't even have another one that would be easily confused, I don't think. Oh, 939. When you're looking at 939, say you don't know that 939 is a dark one, and it's upside down, and it could be 636. But you know that the seal is on this side, so it's a 939. But that's just a little tip from me to you. Only one thing that really irritated me, and if they hadn't been in sequential order, and if I had never worked with this number before, I would be a little thrown off by what that is. You can see it's completely cut off. You can make out a bit of a 5 right there, barely, and you get the tops of 3 numbers there. It just happened that I knew that color when I saw it on here. You can see there's not very many of them that have just one bag, and 564 is the first one. So because of how nicely they packaged them, I was able to deduce that immediately, and because I've worked with that color a lot lately, I knew pretty much right away what color I was looking for before I even pulled it out of the bag. So everything is there. Everything is accounted for. I'm very, very, very happy with these colors. I see a lot of colors that I've never worked with, like 917. Let's see, where'd it go? I've worked with 553 and 552, but never together. Never worked with 3837, 3834. I worked with that one. I have never worked with, I saw it. It was a 300 number. Oh, right here. 327. I mean, maybe. Just off the top of my head, it's not sounding familiar. So, why don't I'm going to grab a baggie and then we'll go over scoring, and you pretty much can probably get a rough idea of where I'm going to go with that. And I did buy a bunch of these really cute limited edition zip baggies. So even though they have them in beautiful sequential order, I'm not going to put them in the bag that way. I'll do the best I can, but we'll talk about scoring while I pack these away. So I'm just going to kind of check over my checklist and make sure that I didn't miss anything. I was, like I said, very happy with how it was packaged. The beads, the inside. I think the only thing that I'm not happy about is the way that it was shipped. I don't like how the canvas is, because I'm going to have to do some work to that. Either way, even though this is very far down the list as far as when I'm going to work on it, it still bothers me. I have plenty of time to get it wrinkle-free, of course, and dent-free, but that's not the point. I just wish companies would stop sending them with that. I wish they would understand, and when I do my review online on AliExpress, when I confirm, my order, I am going to put that in there in my thing that, maybe they'll see it. I don't know how often they read them. But I'm going to make note of it that I would wish that they would stop using that. I know it's a cheaper alternative, but they're going to end up with a lot of unhappy customers if they continue, especially on something as big as this, Not that any size, I would be happy with them shipping it the way they did, but alright, so I'm going to pause you so I can take this paper off so you can see the full canvas. I might be able to lower the table. We'll see when we get there. So, you'll see a different scene when we come back. We'll go through this, give it a score, and we'll be on our way. Alright, guys, there she is. I think it's going to turn out really, really pretty. I think it's going to be stunning. So, as far as scoring goes, I'm taking a half a point off for the canvas condition, giving it a 0.5 out of 1, because it will still be workable, but I don't like the way that it arrived to me in this condition. You can see everywhere the light bounces is another wrinkle and crease, and you can see it when I get up close. I'm going a little fast, I know, I'm sorry. But then you can see some of the details too when I do this. 1 out of 1 points for the simple clarity. They're very clear, as you can see, and they have been really clear throughout. Complete bead inventory, so there's 3 points there. 3 points for everything being included, canvas, beads, and tools. The outside packaging, well, it'll get the full point for that. I'm taking the entire point away for the contents, the way they're packaged. No. We'll give it a half a point because it didn't ruin it. So that still leaves it at a 9 out of 10. And now the reason I'm not going to take the full point away is because it's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been a lot worse. Well, one thing I didn't discuss with you guys was the canvas is very thin. I think had it been a thicker canvas, it could have been a lot worse. It could have really ruined it. So we'll give it 9 out of 10. I don't know, I'm pretty happy. I would order from them again, just based on the unboxing and first impressions. So I encourage you to go watch other reviews. If you've had a bad experience, please share your story down below with me. If you've had a good experience, please share your story down below with me. And with everyone, so that we can all learn from our shared experiences. So with that, I will let you go. Have an awesome day. Have fun diamond painting. Have fun crafting. Have fun doing whatever it is that makes you happy. I love you, friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.